Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Trigonometry, exercise 18H. Lesson objectives are to find the missing angle. So this is our first objective, to find the missing angle using the cosine ratio, to find the missing adjacent side using the cosine ratio. How do we decide that we have to use the cosine ratio? Remember, whenever in a triangle, let's say if we are finding an angle, for example, this is the angle that we are trying to find, and we are given the value of the hypotenuse and we are given the value of the adjacent. That means that because A and H are involved, the adjacent and the hypotenuse is involved, so I will think that I can use I can take help from this word ka. That means it's about the cosine ratio, right? Or in short way you can say cos. Now if you are finding the angle, simply you will say cos equals cos inverse adjacent over hypotenuse, right? From here cos inverse equal adjacent over hypotenuse. If you will be finding the middle one, if you remember in my last video I explained this thing, if you want to find the adjacent, that means it will be adjacent equal hypotenuse times cos angle, right? And if you will be finding, let's say the you can say the hypotenuse, in that case what will you do? You will see that you have to get the hypotenuse, you have to divide A divided by cos angle. This is one way to understand. The other way, as I explained in my last video, is to make this triangle. It's CAH, ka. It means write that ka into this triangle. C here, A here, and H here, right? Now let's say if you want to find the angle, so from here you can see cos inverse, it will be hypotenuse over adjacent over hypotenuse, these two, right? These two. Let's say if you want to find the adjacent, in that case what will you do? You will cover the adjacent and see what is left. It's left hypotenuse times cos angle, right? So it will be times hypotenuse times, because they are beside each other, so it will be multiplication. So you will multiply the hypotenuse with the cos. Next, if let's say you want to find the hypotenuse, then you will cover hypotenuse and see what is left. It's adjacent and C. That means it's A adjacent divided by, because this is the sign, that means it's a fraction, A over C. A over C can also be written as adjacent divided by cos angle. So this is how you can use this triangle for solving the questions. Let's start the questions now. Here is an example. They want us to find the value of this angle X, and they are saying the sides that are given, 9 meters is the hypotenuse and 6 meter is the adjacent according to this angle, right? This is the longest side, it is hypotenuse, this side is beside this angle, so it will be adjacent, right? Now because we have A and H, that means I have to make use of this word ka. And how can I use it? I can say angle X equal cos inverse 6 over 9. Like 6 will be written first, then over 9. 9 is the hypotenuse. And then you will write it on the calculator and you will give the answer correct to 3 significant figures. If you want to go with this triangle, then we will say cos inverse, and from here we can see that cos inverse adjacent over hypotenuse. So you can write adjacent over hypotenuse, and then you can, by putting the values, you can get the answer. Clear? Let's start the questions from the exercise now. Here is the first question. So look at this. First of all, let's mark the angle. They said find the marked angle correct to 3 significant figures. So they want us to find actually this angle P. Even if it will not be marked, you will mark it on your own, right? You will mark it and then you will decide the names of the sides. So this side is the longest side, so it will be hypotenuse, and this side is beside this angle, so it will be adjacent. Now looking at A and H, which ratio I can use? I can use CAH, that means ka, because I'm finding the angle. So I will say angle P, because this is the angle that I'm trying to find. So angle P equals simply cos inverse adjacent over hypotenuse, that means a over h. So this is the basic formula. Then, or you can directly write the cos inverse and put the values into it. So 16 over 24. How will you put it in the calculator? Let me show you. So here is the calculator. How can you put the values here? So write shift and then cos to get cos inverse on the screen, and then write 16. So this is 16, and then it will be 16 over 24. So press is equal to, it will give you the answer, that is 48 point, it will be 2. Why? Because I cannot write 1, the next digit is more than 4, so 1 will be added here. Because it says 5 or more, add 1 more, so it will be 48.2 degrees. Let's write it over here. So it's 48.2 degrees, right? Okay, now I want you to pause the video here and solve question number 2 on your own, and then play the video to check your answer. Okay, don't forget to write adjacent, hypotenuse or opposite, whatever, like in the picture, in the diagram, and then solve the question on your own and play the video then to check your answer. Here is the answer. It will be 53.1 degrees. This is the adjacent, this is the hypotenuse. So from A and H I will decide it's ka. So cos inverse and then adjacent first, and then the hypotenuse, it will give us the answer. And this is how you will write it on the calculator. It will be cos inverse. With the help of this shift, it will become 51.1 degrees. Let's solve the next questions. Here is the next question. It says in triangle DEF, angle F is 90 degrees, DE is 18 centimeters, DF is 16.2 centimeters, and angle D, they want you to find it. So how we will draw the triangle? First of all, we will make this L shape, and then with this one we can get the right triangle. So this is the right triangle, right? Okay, the right angle, here is the right angle, so it will be named F. And then we want to find angle D, so here I will write D, and this is, I will mark it because they want me to find this angle, right? Now I have FD. What is missing? E is missing, so this corner, or you can say this vertex, will be E. DE means D to E, so D to E is 18 centimeters, so right over here 18 centimeters. Then we have D to F, D to F, so it's 16.2 centimeters. Clear? Now to find the angle, name the sides. So this side is the longest side, it will be the hypotenuse. This side is beside this angle, so it will be adjacent. So which ratio can help me, or which word can help me to solve it? Ka can help me. Ka means that I'm trying to find angle D, so it will be cos inverse adjacent first. So adjacent is 16.2, and then we have the hypotenuse, which is 18, and then we have to write all this on the calculator to get the answer. So better get the answer on your own and give it to correct to 3 significant figures. So here is the answer for this question. Angle D equals 25.8. You can see from here it's 25.8. 4 says ignore, so we will ignore it. Let's solve some more questions. Now next question, question number 4 and question number 5. I will explain one of them, and then I want you to do the next one on your own. Okay, let me explain you number 5, because 5 is a little bit, maybe you can say the triangle, it looks different. But look at this, honey. It says find ED. Where is ED? This side, this side is actually ED. So they want us to find this side. And this is the marked angle. It's 21 degrees, right? Now according to this angle, this is the 2.1, it's opposite to the right angle, that means, and this is also the longest side, so this will be the hypotenuse. And where I put the question mark, this side is the adjacent. Clear? So if I want to find the adjacent, see A and H, it comes in the ratio cosine, and the word that helps me is ka, right? Now how I have to use this ka? Look at this triangle. It says if you want to find the right now we want to find the adjacent, so cover adjacent and see what is left. It is H and C. That means you have to multiply hypotenuse with the cos. So we can say adjacent equals, we are finding the side ED, or you can write the name of the side, it's ED, right? We are trying to find ED, so it will be hypotenuse times cos angle. This will be the formula, and this formula, from where I wrote it with the help of this triangle, right? So it will be, how much is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 2.1. Multiply it with what? With cos angle. Cos angle means angle is how much? It's 21 degrees. Same way you will write it on the calculator. Let me show you. So you will write on the calculator 2.1 times cos 21 degrees and just press is equal to, and it will give you the answer, that is 1.96. And we can write the answer over here. It's 1.96 centimeters, right? Because they are measuring the sides in the centimeters, so it will be 1.96 centimeters. And clearly you can see that we have to stop here after 6, because the next digit it's 0 and it says ignore, so that's why 6 will remain 6, so it will be 1.96 centimeters. Clear? Now better pause the video here and solve question number 4 on your own, and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the answer for the question. It will be 26.9. Why? Because when I wrote it on the calculator, it is giving me 26.87. So I have to stop on 8. So 7 says add one more. So that's why it will be 26.9 meters. And this is how you will name the side. So this side will be adjacent, the one that is unknown. And the one that we already know, it is the hypotenuse. Clear? Let's solve one more question. Here is the next question. So first of all, I want you to draw the triangle on your own and then play the video to check your triangle, that have you drawn the triangle correctly. After that, decide which ratio to use, then solve the question. Clear? Here is the triangle, because they said angle Z is 90 degrees. So this angle is here 90 degrees, it's Z. The other angle that is given, it's Y, it's here, it is 15 degrees. Then Y to X means this side YX, so YX this side, so it is 14 centimeters. And then they said find ZY, so I put a question mark on ZY. Now according to our marked angle, this is the marked angle, what are the names of the sides? So this one is adjacent and this one is hypotenuse, so we have to make use of the cosine ratio. That means I have to think about the word ka. And now because I'm finding the adjacent, so I will cover this adjacent and see what is left. We are left with hypotenuse times cos angle. So get the answer now. Okay, one last thing that I want to explain you. Sometimes when we write on the calculator the values, it gives us the answer like this. So no problem, just you have to press SD to find the right answer. So the answer is becoming 13.5, right? So you will write the answer, it will be 13.5 centimeters, because they are measuring each side in centimeters. Now that's all for this video. Hope you understand it.